All right, so Luke 9:55. Whenever anybody asks a specific question attacking Christianity with one specific verse or a couple verses, you really need to be able to look at the context and the overall overarching view of that entire chapter, and all the academic understandings of the earliest writings and the translations. And a point was made yesterday about people that rely entirely on the King James as being God himself, every single word. They are definitely being led down a path that can lead to destruction based on a lack of understanding and wisdom. Nevertheless, I pray for everybody to seek the face of God. You really need to have a deep library, a scholar's library. I do not have a scholar's library, but I am blessed with a few books. So let's see, Luke. This is one of the 3 books that cover Luke. Hermeneia. And it'll be right in the front. There we go. And there it is. Luke 9:51 through 56. Okay. And you can see that he did rebuke them, but it doesn't carry the specific rebuke. And the reason being is that it has been identified academically. It's been identified academically as a gloss. There's some argument over whether it's a gloss or not, an addition. But academically, it's been identified as a potential likely gloss. And the reasons are listed here. Some of them you have to read further into the chapter to get the historical context. But you can see that the specific verse that he's using was added. And it isn't in all the texts. And even still, though, it explains the meaning of the verses and how they're consistent with his message. Right? And I'd go into the history of interpretation a little bit more, but I want to make this short. So, what the enemy does is they make a little change, seemingly innocent, seemingly not worth mentioning. Even Christians today don't even see it. Somebody has to bring their attention to it. Somebody comes along years later, hundreds of years, thousands of years, and says, oh, look, I found a little piece of dirt on this Christian text. It must be that all Christians are fooled. But you really have to look at the question in its totality. You have to look at the context. You have to look at the historical interpretation. There's a lot involved, and you really need to pray and seek the face of the Lord. And I pray everybody comes to the truth. I don't know what's in the heart of Gene, Travis, whoever, but I know that questions like this are going to come up, and if you don't know how to answer them, or if you start making up stuff off the top of your head, Nolan, we're in trouble. All right, God bless.